concept behind Fremantle Fortress was to strengthen the existing defences on the mainland at Swanbourne, Leighton, North Mole, Fremantle, South Mole and Point Perry. And you can see some of those things over in Fremantle. Over here, the idea was to build this structure at Oliver Hill and a smaller gun battery at Bickley Point, and also to install similar things at Garden Island about 20 k's to the south. It's proved to be a fortuitous decision because by the time this was all finished in late 1938, it was just before the Second World War started, and Fremantle Port became a very important place for the Second World War because submarines from the US, Britain and Holland were stationed there, and over 100 submarines came in and out of that port. Secondly, it was a bunkering port for ships to be repaired, etc. It was a restocking port, and it was also a troop departure port as well. So protecting Fremantle Port was really important, hence the need for the so-called Fremantle Fortress. And these things were established all around Australia. 9.2-inch bore, it could shoot 30 k's, which is just beyond the horizon here. It can reach to central Perth. And the whole idea was if you could shoot 30 k's from here, you could hit any enemy ship before it got close enough to the port to actually attack it with its own guns, because the shipborne guns couldn't possibly go 30 k's. So if you can hit the ships 25, 20 k's, 15 k's from here, you're still 20 k's from Fremantle. You've got 50 k's of protection basically. That's the idea. Behind it is this red thing, and inside the red thing, the canister, are two shells of cordite. And cordite is the actual explosive. So these things came up from below on a hoist and then rotated over to here, and this would rotate over to here as well, and then the whole thing would be pushed into the cup, into the barrel. The breech would be closed, and it would be lit either by electronically ignition from up there, or if that failed, they could pull a toggle which would shoot. It had 5 men up here at any stage, one on the left who would control the elevation of the guns, one on the right who would control the left-right movement, one over there who would control this hoist coming up and down, one over here who would close the breech, and me, the boss, who would tell them what to do. At the moment it's set at 5 degrees, and that is the loading and unloading angle. It can go up more than this obviously, and it can rotate a full 360 degrees to hit whatever it wants to hit. This structure here is 142 tonnes, and we'll go down below and you can see it's on massive bearings and things, so they're hard to spin. It's basically packed with sort of spaghetti-like stuff, which is soaked in TNT, then encased in a silk bag, which is anti-static, and then outside that a zinc container. And the whole point of the silk and the zinc was to prevent any sparks occurring, because it's fired by putting a spark to it and then bang. So you didn't want that happening. So this is a magazine room, and in here all shells would have been stored, and when it was ready to take more shells up, they would be brought over here, put on a hoist and taken up to that gun pit that we saw below. Same sort of thing. So this was here, up there, and we sort of talked about it before. Here's what the cordite looks like from inside. It looks like a whole lot of bits of spaghetti. They will all be soaked in TNT, silk around the outside, zinc casing to prevent explosions. Very well. Basically, these two generators here provide provides power to the whole site.
Right now, in the background, we can hear the diesel powered auxiliary generator. The small generator is used to provide electricity for general lighting and the air compressors. Let's listen as the soldiers start one of the big engines.
Start engine! Compressed air applied. Engine turning over. Engine gathering speed. Diesel fuel injection. Compressed air shut down. Steady at 600. Technical office report for DC. Going there.
That concludes our stunt simulation.
So that was one of these two engines. Both of them were operating. How did it all happen? Well, those guns are really heavy, and the magazines are really heavy, and the shells are really heavy. So there was a railway built, and here's part of the old railway. The railway, the railway carriages would come up here. The shells would be unloaded and taken through the tunnel into the storage area inside.